Alright, so I was battling on my stream, maybe a few days ago. Actually, probably several days ago by the time this goes up. But, yeah. Gavin Hill wanted an NU match. I have not actually dabbled in Neverused this generation. I don't think I've ever. This is the first one I've ever done. So, I brought a team that I thought looked good, and let's go ahead and see how it goes here against Gavin Hill, who is a active stream viewer as well as a YouTube follower, so yeah, I lead with Ninjask because he leads with his Pavilion, and, I really should have just substituted. And, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, because Hurricane, Sleep Powder, any one of those things would have screwed me over here, but I was so certain that he was going to go ahead and just try to set up the Quiver Dance, so I go for the Swords Dance to try to then Baton Pass, but he just Hurricanes, which does take me out, so not a very good start for me. So I go into Electivire, which is a Pokemon that you guys might remember was OU, at least in the beginning of Gen 4. But, yeah, quickly falling down the ranks, apparently, due to a few issues that it has. Regardless, he goes into Torterra, which is fine, because I was going for the Fire Punch to combat the Pavilion. But, yeah, I go for the X4 effective Ice Punch as he goes out into Magmortar, which does resist that. And here, I make another pretty bad mistake going into my Lion thing, my Pyroar, and get Focus Blasted for the kill. Now, I can never seem to remember that thing is part normal. In my mind, it's like pure fire. But no, it is fire normal, and Gavin made a good prediction there, going for the Focus Blast to take me out. So now I go into Meesprit, which is a Specs Meesprit, and I kind of wasn't expecting him to stay in, but he does and goes to the Fire Blast, which does a lot, and then he gets the Burn, which actually does really suck, because this means Meesprit will not have another turn after this one. And, yeah, that kind of blows. So he goes into Musharna. I'm just going to stay in and get the damage. I mean, I figure why not? I'm dead anyway. So, yeah, he goes for the Calm Mind, and I am pretty darn afraid of the Musharna. And, yeah, I'm down 3 Pokemon really early, and it's be interesting to see if I can recover from this, because the way this started was not great. So I go into Fulham's favorite Pokemon, Miltank. And we have to see that we'll see if trusting the tank actually works. So I go for the curse because I need a setup, I figure, in order to take this thing out. This thing is really, really bulky itself, and he just goes for the Psychic, see how much it would do. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it's going to start really, really hurting if he gets another Calm Mind off. And I know that, so I really don't want to give him another Calm Mind. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go actually for the Milk Drink, I think, just in case he went for the other Psychic. I actually thought I would be slower now after one Curse, but I keep forgetting Miltank is actually pretty fast, and Musharna is actually one of the slowest Pokemon ever, so yeah, I'm still faster. Anyway, so that really wasn't great for me, so yeah, he's going to actually withdraw, which is probably a mistake on his part, because who knows who would have won this. Actually, we do find out later. But regardless, I'm just going for the Body Slam, and yeah, it's going to hit the incoming Torterra, and I am just going to finish it off because it looks like it's going to be a 2-hit KO at this point. So that's what I do, and yeah, the Torterra does go down to the second Body Slam, so there you go, getting some kills of my own. Rip Torterra. Alright, moving on, he goes out to Miss Magus, which I didn't actually even know was NU. I'm like, holy crap, that thing's NU? I'm like, yeah, it is. But fortunately for me, I do have this Scrappy ability on my Miltank, which allows normal-type moves to hit Ghosts. And that is fortunate because Body Slam is actually my only attacking move on this Miltank, and that's because I do carry Milk Drink as well as Heal Bell, so I really do rely on Body Slam, so it does need Scrappy. Now, he does go for the Pain Split, which, as you can see, yeah, splits the pain and stuff. I was hoping to get a 2-hit KO here with that Body Slam, but it doesn't happen, nor do I get the Paralysis, which would have, allowed me to kill that before the Pain Split happened, but what can you do? And he actually ends up getting a third Pain Split before I'm able to finish it off with Body Slam, so withering down my Miltank with this Miss Magus. It's a shame for him that he didn't have Hidden Power Fighting, he said, or any other. I think he said his only attacking move was Shadow Ball, so that's the reason he went for the Nasty Plot and then never went for another attack. He was hoping that I would switch, either forgetting about Scrappy or hoping that it was not my ability. Miltank can have a couple other abilities, and that's Thick Fat and Sap Sipper. Both of those other abilities are also extremely good. Regardless, he goes into Lantern, and he outspeeds and does decent damage here with this Ice Beam. So I'm just going to go ahead and Milk Drink as much as I can. As long as he doesn't get the freeze, I know I can take these Ice Beams. I'm not really sure what kind of set this is. Looking at the damage, I'm almost thinking this thing is like Specs or something, but I'm not really 100% sure. I don't think he would be using Scarf Lantern, because Lantern doesn't have the speed to even use a Scarf, I think. Actually, no, Lantern's not super slow, but it just seems unlikely. Maybe it is, who knows. Regardless, I am going to, he goes out into Pavilion, which is actually a pretty excellent play, as I go for another Milk Drink, thinking that he would stay in and continue trying to Ice Beam me. Now, Pavilion is an excellent play because, of course, Sleep Powder, which he can use to put my Miltank to sleep, and hope that he can force a switch. So that is actually pretty good for him. I am still asleep here, and I am going to switch out, not wanting to give this thing free Quiver Dances, because that would just be the worst thing ever. As you guys know by now, Quiver Dance is a stupid broken setup move, and I'm just really scared of it. So I go into Lord Helix, hoping that he can help, and as you can see, that Bug Buzz does quite a lot, and I'm not quite able to finish it off, even with a crit Scald, but praise Helix! Not only a crit Scald, but a bird on top of it. Helix is God, that's all I have to say. Rip Pavilion. You felt the power of Helix. Now he goes back into Musharna, and my only attacking move on Lord Helix is Scald, so I know it's not going to do a whole lot, especially after this thing gets a Calm Mind up. So I go back into Miltank, hoping that I can counter this thing, and hoping I can wake up. That Almastar, by the way, has three hazard moves. It has Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rock, so just kind of a setup set there. Probably not that good, but I figure it's NU, so I guess you're not like you're going to bring something very good anyway. Like Miltank. Miltank's not good. Regardless, I go for a Curse as he continues to go for the Psychic. And I don't really know why at this point, because I think that he should probably be setting up Calm Minds, and eventually he does come to his senses and try to set up some Calm Minds. I go for a Body Slam to see how much it would do, and it doesn't do that much. As you can see, this Musharna is obviously EV to be physically bulky, so it's going to be pretty tough to take down without another maybe one or two curses. So that really puts me at a disadvantage. So he probably should have kept this thing in earlier, and he probably would have gotten a Musharna sweep. But thankfully he did switch out earlier, because I was able to take out a few of his mons with it. Regardless, I do have to go for a curse at some point, and he realizes at this point that he has to go for that Calm Mind. So I go for a curse, and I think at the same turn he goes for a Calm Mind, and that's what happens. There's the Calm Mind. Hooray for Musharna! Hooray for the obese, aborted fetus floating in the air, eating dreams and things. That's basically what it is, right? Alright, so I think I go for a Body Slam again. Yes, I do go for a Body Slam, and that does damage. Not as much as I would like. I do get the Paralysis, although it doesn't really matter because he has Synchronized. Now, as I said, I do have the Heal Bell, so I can use that, hoping that he doesn't have a way to cure that Paralysis, so that would give me an advantage here, that he would have a 25% chance. Not to mention, I would always outspeed at that point, but it would also give me a 25% chance to move when he doesn't. So, that's how I can really stop this Musharna. Now, here we both get paralyzed this turn, so that's kind of lolsy. I guess some free lefters recovery for us both. But, unfortunately for me, he does end up carrying the Heal Bell himself as well. So, bit of a mirror move right now. We both get paralyzed, and then we both go ahead and use the Heal Bell. So, neither of us are paralyzed, and I can't really use this Body Slam proc against this Musharna because, obviously, with Synchronize and Heal Bell, a Paralysis is actually going to be more annoying than it is helpful. Regardless, I got to keep going for it. I need to get this Musharna at the very least, able to be revenge killed by one of my other Pokemon. So I'm just going to keep going for the Body Slam. He goes for the Psychic now, and after 2 Calm Minds, I think he has 2. As you can see, that Psychic is doing some serious damage. I have to hope that I can live one more at this point, so I can continue to get some decent damage off. I go for another Body Slam here, and my Body Slam's really, even with 2 curses, not doing a whole lot to Musharna at all. And he does end up taking me out, which really does suck, because another Body Slam would have pretty much necessary. Be able to... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, because I just go into Electivire and Wild Charge, and I think he does kill it. But It would have been nice to try to kill that Musharner with Miltank. Maybe I should have played it a bit differently, but at that point, I know his Psychics were going to start out-damaging my Milk Drinks, and if he got a special defense drop, it would have been an over, so that's why I decided to keep going for Body Slam near the end there. Now, his last Pokemon, or maybe he has 2 Pokemon left, I don't remember, but he does have Lantern, which is going to be taking out my Electivire, and unfortunately, as I said, my last Pokemon Armor Star only has Scald as attacking move. Doesn't matter anyway since he outspeeds and will kill me. So, good game, Gavin. Need to rethink about my NU strats probably before I play this again, but it was still pretty fun and always nice to use Pokemon people don't really use. And Miltank, man, definitely went off, and I guess Fulham was happy about that, although it wasn't quite good enough to get the win, Fulham. So don't get over happy there. Regardless, today's question of the day is... Alright, so last time... well, not last time, but a few videos ago, I asked what Pokemon you think got the biggest buff from this new generation. This battle got me thinking of what Pokemon really got hurt by this new generation. That's because Electivire definitely dropped down, but it wasn't really Gen 6 that killed him, it was Gen 5. Regardless, as for me, I would have to say Salamence. It is actually dropped down to UU. And Mence is a Pokemon that just is so outclassed by Dragonite at this point, and this generation just further added to that. So leave a comment about that, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.